1, 2. Who are we? FIB!
The University of Illinois' wheelchair basketball program has the oldest and most distinguished history in the country. They've also got a coach who's just as decorated, winning gold medals in the Paralympic Games and helping to bring home some of the program's 25 national titles.
Back in 1948, Dr. Timothy Nugent came here and he saw in a lot of returning veterans not only the intellectual potential, but the physical potential, and he saw and knew from firsthand, from his own experience, what sport could do to his life and how important it could be.
Well, I was actually injured when I was 4 years old. Prior to that, I showed some natural athletic ability, as much as a 4-year-old can show, really. And so my parents wanted to keep me active. And so they, after my injury, they searched around, found some wheelchair sports programs, and got me involved through there. And so just the opportunity to come to an amazing university from an educational standpoint and get to play basketball and get to play every day with a coach was something that really, really drove me to come here.
When you come to the University of Illinois, you expect to play in championship games. You expect to win national championships. You look at the teams that are historic in the NCAA, and this program is more historic than those programs from a wheelchair basketball perspective. It started here. We've won the most national championships of any program, and more importantly than all of that, our kids graduated around a 93% rate.
The character of Coach Frogley's student athletes is unquestionable, but in order to master the game and compete at a collegiate level, a special degree of dedication is required.
We have our kids come in every morning from 6:30 to 8:30. We practice 5 mornings a week, Monday through Friday. Then they're required to stay after practice 2 times a week to get extra shooting in. They come in 3 times a week for lifting, and we usually do 1 or 2 video sessions a week with them. So you're looking at about 30 hours a week of practice or lifting times.
Wheelchair basketball is actually quite a bit different than able-bodied basketball. In terms of dribbling, in wheelchair basketball, since you have to push your chair, you get 2 pushes, 2 touches of your wheels before you have to dribble. And then you can pick the ball back up. There's no double dribble in wheelchair basketball. Other than that, their other technical rules are the same, but then gameplay is a little bit different because we're in chairs. We can stop a player's momentum completely instead of like an able-bodied game where they just sort of bounce off and keep going.
On top of the grueling hours the student athletes put in, they also struggle for the basics such as court time and even student support, benefits that other university athletes may take for granted. Despite these shortcomings, Coach Frogley makes sure his players take away a great deal from playing wheelchair basketball for the U of I.
I want them to learn of their potential. I want them to come away from here really knowing that they can do anything they set their mind to. They may have to do it differently, but they can do anything. Somebody came before them and gave of themselves so that we could have the situation we've got today here at the University of Illinois. They need to do the same thing as their way of saying thank you to the alums that came before.